global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're so excited to have you again. We want to say a big thank you to those who have subscribed, view, like and share our videos, and we also want to use this opportunity to appeal. If you love what we are doing, kindly subscribe by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon, so that anytime we publish videos you'll be the first to be notified. All right, a lot has been happening in Imo State, and right now the Imo State governor has call it witch hunting. Yeah, it's been witch hunting those who are calling him names, especially that name, Abuja governor, Supreme Court governor. He's very angry about it. To him, he believed that the people of Imo State actually voted him in, but we all know the truth. But right now, he's going after the governors, and he had clearly open up and what he's saying now is that he will recover every single dime looted from the Imo State Treasury. Whether you are a governor, he's not targeting Okorocha alone. Emeka, Ihedioha, Okorocha, the past governors, as far as democracy is concerned, from 1999 till date, all those people who had looted the treasury of Imo State, he says he's coming after them, and also he's also bringing in landowners. He's also going to do a lot with them, but I would like to give you detail of these. And according to him, he said that his government will recover to the last penny looted from state treasury by his predecessors. Governor Uzodinma stated this on Friday in Owerri while addressing stakeholders of the state, including his deputy, Professor Placid Njoku. He said that his government, which is anchored on reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery, will ensure a sanitized system in the state, where Imo taxpayers' money is not taken by a few greedy individuals to the detriment of the large majority. According to him, he said, we have sanitized the civil service system and we won't be having issues of ghost workers or dead people receiving salaries and pension. Let me sound it as a note of warning. Going by the new law on Land Use Act, all landowners in the state are advised to go for a revalidation of their certificate of ownership. Otherwise, the government will not hesitate to return their lands to the original owners when the need arises. I tell you here and now, any land in the state formerly allocated to individuals or group by the past government, be it hotel or guest houses belonging to the government, shall all be retrieved by the government, he added. Meanwhile, he had promised that salaries of workers will be paid without delay, as according to him, the government has made it simple through the new automated system. He, however, wished all Imo people a happy Democratic Day, promising a better day ahead. Wow, we've heard what he had to say. So right now, his target is the people that have looted Imo State dry. For me, it's a good gesture because let's say the truth. The problem we have in Nigeria is that when people are given that privilege of ruling, given that privilege of mounting the seat of government, and or maybe to represent the people in different cadres, you realize that they use that opportunity to loot as much as they want to loot. And the surprising aspect of this whole thing is the fact that if you happen to know the provision made for these so-called governors and senators and other persons who have the privilege of ruling the people, you realize it's really lofty. It's so good that you don't have any business with looting. But you know that it's a system thing. Looting is now a kind of system thing. Anybody that sees himself in the seat of leadership wants to loot. It's a Nigerian thing, and it seems as if it cannot be controlled. I think this step that he's about to take is a good one. The only thing is that let it be general. Don't target some persons. Don't target maybe people who are in a different party from yours. If you want to hit them, you hit them hard. Everybody is going to go in for it. Now, just some few days ago or a day ago, if you check our videos, you see one of such where Okorocha, according to EFCC, they said that they have been able to strip him of some billions of naira, and that they have returned it to the Imo State government. And according to the EFCC guy, I think the amount was about 7 point something billion, but they have been able to return, I think, 2 point something billion. But Okorocha is denying the whole thing, and he also went further to say that none of his houses have been confiscated, that the one that they are threatening to do so to, it's actually a house he built some 20 years ago when he never tested governance. So right now we're looking at the step taken by Imo State and also EFCC to do all of that. So for me, I feel what he's doing is good. And also this opportunity that he has gotten, he should use it wisely, because what is good for the goose is good for the gander. If you're doing it to these people, certainly another person, when he comes on board, also would target you. So let's be so careful that he's not also looting the return looted funds, because that is very common in Nigeria. Now he's talking about also the case of landed properties. For me, I don't think revoking people's certificate of occupancy is reasonable, if you ask me, because if, for example, I have bought the land from government, and as much as we know, it has to run for like 100 years, and you come in here and you trash everything that they have done, it therefore means no government is valid in Nigeria. And guess what? That same problem has affected the case of abandoned projects. Somebody may come up now, a new government will come up and say, well, this is where I am going to target. I'm going to make sure that I give the people of my state good roads, and also I'm going to target pipe-borne water. And he will do it halfway and leave the seat of power. The next person that comes in will not even care to realize that it's actually the taxpayers' money that have been spent to do that particular project as far as it has gone. Okay, so let me complete it before I start rolling out my own project. They will leave the project and abandon it there, and they will now start targeting doing other things. It makes no sense. If, for example, someone has given landed properties to certain persons, maybe for business, for anything, it should be realized that it's a valid thing, because it wasn't done by an illegal government. It was done by a government that is, that were elected to rule the people. So for you to come in and I'm trashing everything that they did, I want to come up with my own new strategy. You have to come and revalidate the ownership of this thing. For me, I perceive that there are certain people that have been targeted here. Yeah. That's the truth. There are some people that have been targeted. You want to strip some people of their land, because by the time they come around and say, well, this is my land, and we know that all land belongs to government according to Land Use Act, and these are the charges, and the person wants to pay you. Say, well, this particular land is, if you look at our map, you realize that this was supposed to be an industrial area, and you are building your residential house. So that's the reason we are stripping you of it. You're going to mess up the whole thing. You're going to grow more enemies, because other persons also will be waiting for those whom you're going to sell land to. And when they come on board, they also rubbish what you did. So it will continue like that. And before you know, the indigents of the state, that's the citizens of the state, will abandon the state and go elsewhere to build. So we must try to place value on what our predecessors have done, whether they did it, fraudulently, but as much as they have sold lands to people, no need to strip those people of those lands. That's just my own opinion, because it goes a long way to tell that you have no respect for the past government. You don't care who they are. You walk in and you see possibly a particular business that is thriving, and by the time investigation here and there, you know that maybe the past governor had one or two, interest in that particular company, and the next thing you do is to close down the company without thinking about the number of persons that they've been able to employ, without taking into consideration that these people have been used, they have been carrying out corporate responsibilities and all of that. You don't care about it. All what you want is, as far as it was my predecessor that did it, it is totally invalid. For me, that is really, really illegal. So even during this land use charges is talking about, the land owners in the state are to come for revalidation of the certificate of ownership of their land. He should not breach what had already been signed. That is just what I'm really talking about. He should do the right thing so that house owners all of a sudden will turn them back to be tenants. It will be really, really bad. All right, that's where we're going to leave it. Just go to our comment section. He's saying it's coming for all looters, and whatever that is not right is going to strengthen it. What do you have to say about this? Do you think it will be the same thing that we have been hearing, people looting the return looted funds, or do you think he's really having the interest of the Imolites at heart? Let's discuss that.